Melee fighting topside. All right, it's the Ambessa. Better matchup alongside the Sejuani to get that combo off to really pressure down Baus. Make things happen there topside.
I feel like Tabis go a long way here. There's a ward only on Hansam D, and you got to think, hang on, where are the rest of them? Prime, his hook is back up off a cooldown as well, so even being under turret is not going to be safe. Crownie getting saved by Reckless, flash away, stunned up, and he might die. Up into melee range, but under turret, it's not successful yet. Hansam D moves in. The turret ramping's big, but a block by Theocax from the Gleaming Quill.
That's a level 2 Sejuani. Theocax is absolutely screwed in the jungle.
He is, because Scatter the Weak connects, no health. No problem for Velya. 1, 2, 3 for the autos. He's already burned his flash. He gets slowed down, waiting for a Vault Breaker. He's out of time. Prime caught out in bot as Reckless and Crownie go for the all-in. Waiting for the hook near the turret is exactly what he wants as Sam D. After the rocket.
Oh, speaking of reading the play, though, Easy Japon, they see this one.
Missed.
He got the feast on the cannon minion. I don't know if you call that worth, but as Val
That is worth.
How many minions can he get? That's the only question I want to know. Wait.
And Blitzcrank gets the kill. Yeah, look at that.
Accelerator anymore. This early gold got him that tier and he started stacking it. Nemesis might have to flash here.
Yeah, he might indeed. Flashes, but not too late in the end. Holds it to the end as Velya wasn't able to steal a grub. That was actually a smite steal in front of him as Theocax. In the end, will lose it to a Q. So 2-1 is to get the grasp, but Baus is going to go behind enemy lines and take the next wave. While Nemesis is caught out, runs into Prime. He lost his flash before from this Blitzcrank. Scatterweak doesn't connect. He sidesteps the ult from Theocax as Reckless helps out. Certus almost dead to the ultimate. Velya will finish the job. A 1-for-1. Nemesis, as a flashless Syndra, took so long to die. Because of that, I think Velya might get even more. Prime's in trouble. Velya almost kills Theocax by himself. This Blitzcrank will be slowed to oblivion with no flash to get away. The overdrive's going to expand and put him down to 200 MS. A kill over to Crownie as well. And just when you think...
Continuing the trend of taking those drags.
The Nemesis, so the pressure will continue. The rocket grab somehow hits, but the damage from Certus is what you have to worry about. Good scout of the week under turret. He gets some extra follow-up, but the arrow finds his mark, gets a slow on Prime to add insult to injury, and Certus is stuck for ages. He doesn't have those merc. Prime is the new target, only level 5, so no static field to explode and silence. Baus takes a quick blinder in, a quick peek. This will be 3, maybe 4 for IJC for the grub game.
But what happens bot lane, right? We've got Prime roaming topside to make this grub happen. Here comes the fight.
I mean, you're right. On the travel back bot, he's going to get caught out. Nemesis is going to ulti to get the kill. Certus jumps on, trying to get blocked by his jungle, but he's autoed to death. Certus with the arrow again, doesn't want to revisit the deja vu, but Velya running the map and running the game. That'll continue, but Certus running out will be even better. Theocax comes in with a reverse trade, and Reckless drops to the floor. True Shot Barrage with a bit of excess damage as Certus tries to sit afar and damage, but at the end of the day...
and Standard Sky, you should be able to kill him, but I feel like they focused the wrong target. Certus was also there.
This is spotted out thanks to Ash. I mean, red buff will go down. I think in the end... No, it's not Velya to pick it up, but he'll get it regardless. It's a shutdown over to Nemesis. Going too deep here as IJC. And kills are being donated to Los Ratones. Nemesis just picked up a double, and that is a crucial mistake to make here in this mid-game.
What was that?
It's a big oopsie right there.
Baus might be dead here as well, by the way. He's going to get rid of the wave. He flashes, he gets a Q under turret. Howling should be out, right? Right. Baus is smart.
2-0-3 for Velya, really stepping up in this one.
Wow.
Another good grab.
Side set, but the ulti sent everything in the kitchen. Theocax gets the kill.
Unless you use your flash. Prime hits that Q. Now IJC, they've got set up.
Yeah, Velya's caught in. He was charging him a Vault Breaker. Reckless has to commit. It's 3 versus 2, though. The arrow doesn't connect. Certus, the new target, but Velya does so much damage. He's taken all of them. He flashes away as Crownie now joins in. And IJC just want to play the long con, but Hansam D, not enough.
Wow.
Not enough frontline because Theocax health bar is melting down. With fire, you get ice that starts crowning and crowning. Chasing and chasing Hansam D with a cleanse. He's out for now, but Los Ratones have enabled this dragon to be in their pocket.
My Vi doesn't do this much damage in solo queue with the Standard Sky. What's going on here?
Standard Sky and Pickaxe, it is so much deeps at this point of the game. And it's what's enabling these plays. Baus
might be dead here as no help, but there should be a reset, and Baus will die to a solo kill. Not a smile this time around as Howling gets something back in the lane.
Yeah, Dragon as well. Number 2 going over for Los Ratones with the Vi, setting up this bot tower. There are answers coming down from IJC, but I'm not sure they're going to get here in time. Should just be the turret falling now for Los Ratones.
I just feel like I want to echo what Foxy was saying earlier for him. Because suddenly, when an Ambessa 5-0 shows up, what does Syndra and Vi do versus that? What does a sitting down?
Thinking about what he can fish from here, but unfortunately the bait doesn't seem too good. It's going to be Velya who goes in under turret against a Blitzcrank you don't normally see, but Reckless silence on the arrow. They're not going to let him press his buttons until about now. But the hook is flushed away from through the curtains. He'll fly as Crownie gets the kill, but Nemesis is caught as a frontliner. Certus is now firing away with Hans Damd, and we just talked about these 80 carries from his Japon Corp. They get
Ash, Dunzo, not just a teamfight win, but they'll get the Herald to boot.
Wow, Prime is cosplaying Bounce. You can take anyone with you. Flash is true, very close to the tower. I have no idea how his Q misses here between 3 members, but that is not the case. That's not the problem here. Los Ratones have committed their bodies way too far forward in this mid lane, and again, immobile carries. Ash, Syndra, you overextend, you end up paying the price. Howling getting some loving from his support as well. Bounce goes down one more time.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting to be a serious problem because it's not like the top side of the map is riddled with objectives to take. This is going to be a turret. This is going to be jungle taken away from Velya as well, who had a lead. Still does technically, but slowing down this Vi and giving the Sejuani more wiggle room to get beefier. It just feels like Easy Japon Corp are moving into this mid game in a very strong way.
Look at their position in the jungle as well right now. Really taking away the bot side of the map from Los Ratones, making it very difficult to play.
Well.
Yeah, everything's being thrown down right now. This is going to be a big swing, big gold swing as well with these turrets falling.
5 members are all down bot. Nemesis sticks top. He's got teleport available. Syndra might have to press it soon if they want to commit to a fight. Bounce is coming here to defend. Munches on the Herald, but it's still going down. This turret, this inner turret is dead meat. It'll drop. Nemesis commits to top, but how fast is Syndra going to push here when backs are available from people like Howling and there's still a teleport available for this Ambassador as well?
That was 3 towers for IJC versus 1 in response from the side of Los Ratones. But the most important part is that you've cleared out the bot side of the map.
That's enough, and Theocax will have the smite down. So 3rd Dragon denied from Los Ratones. Back on the border, IJC, and Los Ratones are just hoping that they'll step in. A 2-man scatter the week. Reckless set up the team fight we talk about with the arrow on top. It's perfect. If I was in Italy, I would say Mamma Mia. But this is Paris, and IJC are running back to the Eiffel Tower. At least for now, the poke with the shutdown sets it up. Bounces under a tier 2 turret with a range from Syndra helping him get away.
Relatively low health bars for Los Ratones. Here comes the contest.
But there's no AP. It might not matter here. Quickness going to be used. Prime is the new target again. He rocket grabs Reckless in, but Velya gets over the wall. They pull off, and they start again. Prime now dead. Howling dead for another 3 seconds. It looks like Atakan maybe thought about and start for round 2.
Balsi coming in for this one now as well. He does have the feast to secure.
But now you have Howling with TP heading towards the top side of the map. They're actually going to give this one up. Again, Ruinous Atakan is one that teams are not willing to throw their bodies or deaths towards.
Nice.
Theocax is... This is so confusing right here because this is what I call spectator mode, but they're not really getting anything for it. At least Certus pushed down that bot lane. I think Theocax got himself a Scuttle Crab as a prize right there. And Howling gets to push that top side of the map.
They're still looking for picks. The arrow flies out only onto Howling as Balth is willing to step up near the turret. The hook not connecting, but Crownie getting hit by a true shot barrage. Hans MD aggressively forward with an arcane chip while Los Ratones is getting caught out, but it's Balth again. Front lining with the quickness. Now the re-engage. Under turret, he cares not. It's Reckless who sets it up at the scatter of the week. Is gorgeous from behind. Los Ratones are healthy enough to continue their onslaught under mid. But it has AoE with the arrow flying up. It gets no one at 4K. There's an attempt at steal. Don't flip it. It might be leased by Los Ratones out of the pit. There's a chop there. How easy is it for Balth to just come in and take your whole pantry worth of food? IJC it bursts it down because once again, Nemesis got his pick of the fight. Interrupted his Howling as True Shot Barrage tries to claw something back, but Crownie over the wall he goes to trade it out in messy fashion. Los Ratones just walked in and took what they wanted in the second game. With Scatter of the Week not connecting, it's up to Howling to try and stop at least 1, maybe 2 more Barons. Slowed down with a rapture of Balth's Halo plays, and Nemesis takes the last.
By IJC. What an awful candle to be given over right here at this stage of the game. Los Ratones were a little bit far away from this Nash, and that was the window that IJC saw, but it wasn't enough. The window was closed.
But there might be an opportunity. I mean, I'm seeing a handle.
The TP howling.
You know, in Paris,
not
windows
howling.
might not open, but here in this game, they might do. Nemesis is going to get sandwiched on, and Certus is coming in. Nemesis flashes away, but Baus has already taken down that Sejuani. No chance of getting nearby as the arrow flies wide, but Certus has no turret here. A pull-in actually might be a little bit in, because Baus can reposition and start doing something else to someone else. Certus over the wall is getting burnt down as Nemesis is now controlling the game on what is his most iconic pick in League of Legends.
And almost 7,000 gold lead for Los Ratones. 2 members down for IJC. They're still burned up. They get...
How does Baus have
There's no way Bot Med dies.
Yeah, that's the herald of your doom here if you are a French fan.
Yeah. The whiskey's obviously probably not appropriate, but
I tell you though, we're in France.
what he can do here. Spotted out of 2 members. The arrow flies and gets howling, and you know what? The strongest member is about to meet his fate. Not even chomped up. In the end, it's Nemesis who gets the kill. Number 10 here on the Ratones. 20 stacks of Magi Syndra. The book is out, and Los Ratones have a 5v4 for 45 seconds.
Report jungle, IJC howling says in all chat right there. Dashing away. And howling just in the back, taking a stray right there.
What are you expecting to stack in his own jungle?
Yes. Exactly.
You're a jungler, you can't say that.
That's true. That's true. Here comes
Oh.
Velya.
I mean, that is a great hook, actually. The member caught is Velya, and he's not that tanky, but Redemption gives him a bit more time to play with. The turret drops in the meantime. His inhibitor's now next on the menu, and Los Ratones are healthy enough in the other 4 to keep playing this out, even with a red buff. Velya at half 8.
Listen,
The team is
if
cleanest in the world.
if that happens after you've said it, you're kicked from the cast.
Well, that's fine. Let's just see what happens here. I mean, Los Ratones right now don't seem to be stopped, and no, that's definitely not going to be the case here.
Velya has done just that, right? He has carried these games. That crucial smite still at the end of the game. Not a lot of this game is fun, I would say, for Japon, to be fair. And that...
Putting Los Ratones 1 step closer to the finals. The arrow doesn't fly. Prime finds a good hook, but again, onto Velya. Will it be enough? He flashes away and turns his gaze. A great ultimate in retrospect as now Theocax once again the new target, but look at Nemesis go. He lines them up and shoots them down like they're tin cans on a wall. Baus flashes forward because he's got one thing to say, and that's delicious. Los Ratones 2-0. The NLC beating down on LFL is not what you expected to hear.
But it's what we were hoping to hear. It's what we were hoping.
4 years in the making, man. 4 years in the making.